wild talent of John Belushi. But behind the laughter, there was a story of pain. John Belushi was born in 1949, a small-town boy with big dreams. He rose to fame on Saturday Night Live, pioneering sketch comedy and creating characters we still love today. But success came at a cost. Behind the scenes, John struggled. Substance abuse and inner demons haunted him, even as he made the world laugh. His Blues Brothers act with Dan Aykroyd was legendary, but it couldn't save him from his own battles. In 1982, we lost John at just 33 years old. A bright star dimmed too soon. His legacy lives on through the laughs he gave us and the lessons we learned from his life. John Belushi, a tale of talent and tragedy. Let's remember the joy and never forget the pain. Thanks for watching. You've heard the news about comedians, but have you ever stopped to chuckle at the genius of George Carlin? Let's crack the code of his legendary humor. George Carlin wasn't just a comedian, he was a wordsmith and a philosopher with a twinkle in his eye. Born in 1937 in New York City, this man turned stand-up comedy into a fine art. You see, Carlin had a knack for poking fun at life's absurdities. Whether he was talking about language, politics, or even mundane things like golf, he always found a way to twist it into comedic gold. And let's not forget those 7 words you can't say on TV. Boy, did he push the boundaries. But beyond the laughs, Carlin was a sharp critic of society, using humor as his tool to challenge the status quo and make us think. So, next time you catch a Carlin special, remember, you're not just laughing, you're getting a lesson in life from the master of satire himself. This is why you need to know John Candy. He's the king of laughs and the heart of comedy. Born in 1950 in Toronto, Canada, John Candy was more than just a funny guy. He started his comedy career with the famous Second City troupe, and boy did he make folks laugh. You might remember him from classics like Uncle Buck, Planes, Trains and Automobiles, and Cool Runnings. His larger-than-life personality and warm heart made him a beloved icon. John wasn't just about the jokes, he was a family man too. He loved his wife, Rosemary, and their 2 kids more than anything. Sadly, we lost him too soon in 1994 at just 43 years old. But his legacy lives on. John Candy showed us that laughter is the best medicine. So next time you need a good chuckle, pop in one of his movies and let the good times roll. That's all for now, folks. Keep smiling and remember, life's too short not to laugh. If your jokes are as sharp as a tack, and you trip over a chair like it's an Olympic sport, you're probably Chevy Chase. Born Cornelius Crane Chase in 1943, Chevy was destined for greatness, or at least a lot of pratfalls. He kicked off his career in an underground comedy troupe, but SNL was where he really shined. Remember his iconic Weekend Update? Good evening, I'm Chevy Chase, and you're not. From Caddyshack to National Lampoon's Vacation, Chevy didn't just act. He made us belly laugh. But it ain't all sunshine and slapstick. Chevy's journey had some bumps, like a tumble down a staircase. He's had his share of struggles, but comedy's in his bones, y'all. So next time you see someone fall hilariously or deliver a joke with perfect timing, tip your hat to Chevy Chase. He's the reason we laugh just a little bit harder. And remember, folks, if life gets tough, just think, what would Chevy do? Spoiler, he'd probably make you laugh. None of us can deny it. Bill Cosby changed television forever. Born in 1937, Cosby rose from humble beginnings in Philadelphia to become America's dad. With The Cosby Show, he broke barriers, showing the world a successful, loving African-American family, yet his legacy is marred by serious allegations and convictions of sexual assault. Cosby's comedy brought joy to millions, his philanthropy supported education, and his influence on pop culture is undeniable. But the shadow of his actions cannot be ignored. He was released from prison in 2021 after his conviction was overturned, sparking further debate. Bill Cosby's life is a story of talent and triumph, juxtaposed with betrayal and pain. It's a complex legacy that continues to provoke thought and conversation. In the end, how do we reconcile the man who made us laugh with the man who caused so much hurt? That's a question history will continue to grapple with. So, what do you think? Can we separate the art from the artist? If your teacher ever told you to straighten up and fly right, you're no Rodney Dangerfield. Let's meet the man who never got no respect. Rodney Dangerfield, born Jacob Cohen, started off in Queens, New York. As a young boy, he was already cracking jokes, but life wasn't all laughs. He worked odd jobs, but comedy was in his bones. At 42, he made a comeback with his signature line, "I don't get no respect." That line, it made him a legend. Rodney hit it big on The Ed Sullivan Show, and Johnny Carson loved him. His self-deprecating humor struck a chord. Movies like Caddyshack and Back to School made him a household name. But behind the laughs, Rodney battled depression and anxiety. He turned his pain into punchlines, making us all laugh a little harder. Rodney Dangerfield showed us that sometimes the greatest comedians have the toughest lives. So next time you hear someone say, "I get no respect," just remember Rodney. He got all the laughs and our respect in the end. Stay funny, folks. If you love a good laugh but don't know Red Fox, then you're missing out on one of comedy's true legends. Born in St. Louis in 1922, Red Fox had a rough start. With no father around, he moved to Chicago and hustled his way through the tough streets. But Red had a gift, his sharp wit and unique comedic style. He started in nightclubs, making folks laugh for just a few bucks. His big break came in 1972 with the iconic TV show Sanford and Son. As Fred Sanford, Red brought raw humor and realness to American living rooms. But it wasn't all laughs. Despite his fame, he battled financial woes and personal struggles. Yet through it all, Red never lost his love for making people smile. Red Fox, the unsung hero of comedy, showed us that laughter can be a powerful force, even in the hardest times. So next time you need a chuckle, remember the man who paved the way. Red Fox, a true comedy legend. What I wish I knew about Michael Keaton before he put on the cape. Michael Keaton started out as a stand-up comedian making folks laugh all over the place, but he wanted more. So, he took a leap, started acting in TV and movies. His big break? Mr. Mom in 1983. He was flat out hilarious. Then in 1989, bam! He put on the cape and became Batman. People were like, a comedian as Batman? But he nailed it. Keaton didn't stop there though. Later, he amazed us in Birdman, showing us he's got serious acting chops. From making us laugh to saving Gotham City, Michael Keaton's journey shows us you can be anything you want to be. So next time you watch Batman, remember, that's one funny guy kicking butt. Thanks for watching, y'all. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more cool stories. Suggestion: none. Tom Hanks, born in 1956, grew up splitting time between mom and daddy's house. As a kid, he was a real goofball, always cracking jokes. Fast forward to college, and Tom's on stage making folks laugh their socks off. His big break? Splash in 1984. Y'all remember the Mermaid movie? But it was big in '88 that made him a household name. Who can forget a grown man playing a giant piano with his feet? Then came Forrest Gump. Life's like a box of chocolates, right? But Tom ain't no one-hit wonder. Toy Story, Saving Private Ryan, Castaway. The hits kept coming. Tom's not just an actor, he's a storyteller. That voice of Woody? Pure magic. And let's not forget his Oscars. Off-screen, he's just as amazing. Loving husband, proud dad, and one heck of a nice guy. Tom Hanks is proof that nice guys don't always finish last. They finish first with style. And there you have it. Tom Hanks' incredible journey in 60 seconds. Catch y'all next time. Imagine being born in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. That's where Kevin Hart's story begins. Raised by a single mother, life was tough. But, boy, did he turn it around. He started performing stand-up comedy after high school, but success didn't come overnight. Years of small gigs, facing rejection, and even sleeping in his car didn't deter him. His big break? The year 2008, I'm a Grown Little Man. A comedy special that catapulted him to fame. Today, he's not just a comedian, he's an actor, producer, writer. A force to be reckoned with in Hollywood and beyond. Kevin Hart, a testament to the power of resilience and laughter. What's your story? I don't think people understand just how hilarious Martin Lawrence really is. From stand-up to silver screen, let's dive into the funny and fabulous life of Martin. Born in 1965 in Germany and raised in Maryland, Martin Lawrence kicked off his career in the 80s, but it wasn't smooth sailing from the get-go. Imagine bombing so hard that the crowd boos you off stage. Yep, that happened to our man. But did he quit? No, sir. Fast forward a few years and bam! He's hosting Def Comedy Jam, turning the heat up in Hollywood and making them laugh with his iconic roles in Bad Boys and Big Mama's House. But it ain't just about the laughs. Martin's journey had its ups and downs. From health scares to Hollywood controversies, proving that resilience is part of his charm. So next time you watch him bring down the house, remember you're witnessing a man who climbed the comedy ladder, one chuckle at a time. And that, folks, is how Martin Lawrence conquered comedy and stole our hearts, one joke at a time. If you're a fan of genuine comedy, you need to hear the heartfelt story of a man who made the world laugh while carrying a heavy heart. Born and raised in the south side of Chicago, Bernie Mac battled through hardship from a young age. Losing his mother at just 16, he found solace and expression in stand-up comedy, turning pain into laughter. His journey wasn't easy, marked by relentless gigs in clubs and eventually breakthrough roles on television and film that showcased his raw, authentic humor. But it was his role in the Bernie Mac Show where he truly shined, bringing his personal experiences as a guardian to his sister's children into the spotlight. Off-screen, Bernie was a fighter too, battling sarcoidosis bravely until his untimely departure in 2008. Yet Bernie Mac's legacy endures, reminding us that humor can be a beacon of hope and healing. His story isn't just about making us laugh, it's about inspiring us to keep moving forward no matter the odds. Why do so many comedians mask their tears with a smile? Let's dive into the story of Freddie Prinze. Freddie Prinze, a name etched in comedy history. Born in 1954, he shot to fame with Chico and the Man. But behind the jokes, Freddie battled his own demons. From a young age, he had a gift for making folks laugh. Yet the pressure of fame weighed heavy on his heart. At just 22, Freddie's journey came to a tragic end. His laughter hid a profound sadness, reminding us that sometimes the funniest people are fighting the hardest battles. Freddie's story is a poignant reminder to check on your happy friends. You never know what struggles they're hiding. Let's remember Freddie not just for his jokes, but for the gentle soul he was. So next time you laugh, think of Freddie Prinze, and let's cherish every moment we have with the ones we love. If your heart feels heavy when you think of Robin Williams, you're not alone. Let's take a moment to remember the man who brought joy to millions. Born on July 21, 1951 in Chicago, Robin had a spark from a young age. He brought characters to life in a way that felt like magic. From Mrs. Doubtfire to Genie in Aladdin, his talent was boundless. But behind the scenes, Robin fought his own battles. Despite his infectious laughter, he struggled with depression and addiction. He once said, "I think the saddest people always try their hardest to make people happy." In 2014, the world lost a bright light. Robin's passing was a tragic reminder of the silent struggles many face, but his legacy lives on in the joy he brought to us. Let's honor Robin by remembering the laughter, the tears, and the unforgettable moments he gave us. Rest in peace, Robin Williams. You will always be missed. Ever wonder how Eddie Murphy, a kid from Brooklyn, became one of the biggest names in Hollywood? A tale as inspiring as it is entertaining begins in the bustling borough of Brooklyn, New York. Born in 1961, Eddie Murphy's life wasn't always filled with laughter. His childhood was layered with challenges, a gritty reality that could have easily overshadowed his dreams. But Eddie found solace in comedy, turning life's trials into an art form that would soon captivate audiences. He was just a teenager when he showcased his knack for making people laugh. Aged only 19, he took the comedy world by storm, joining the iconic cast of Saturday Night Live. His quick wit and magnetic personality quickly made him a household name, transforming him from a local funny kid into a rising star. But the bright lights of Hollywood were still a distant dream for this young comedian. How did Eddie Murphy transition from the small screen to the big screen, you ask? Well, buckle up, folks, because it's a ride as thrilling as a roller coaster and as funny as, well, Eddie Murphy himself. After his meteoric rise on Saturday Night Live, Eddie Murphy made the leap to the silver screen with the same gusto and energy that made him a household name. His first major film role came in the early 80s with the buddy cop movie, 48 Hours. Murphy's performance as the fast-talking, wisecracking Reggie Hammond was nothing short of a revelation. He wasn't just a comedian playing a character, he was a bona fide actor who could hold his own against seasoned veterans. But it was with Beverly Hills Cop that Murphy truly exploded into Hollywood stardom. His portrayal of Axel Foley, a street-smart Detroit cop in the upscale, ritzy world of Beverly Hills, was a masterclass in comedic timing and charm. His wit was as sharp as a razor, and his knack for impersonations had audiences in stitches. It was clear that Murphy wasn't just a flash in the pan, he was here to stay. And stay, he did. Throughout the 80s and beyond, Murphy churned out hit after hit. From the hilarious Coming to America to the heartwarming The Nutty Professor, his films were box office gold. His unique brand of comedy, which combined a razor-sharp wit with a charm that was downright irresistible, made him one of the most bankable stars in Hollywood. But what's truly remarkable about Eddie Murphy's journey to stardom isn't just the number of hits he's had, or the amount of money he's made. It's the fact that he did it his way. He didn't conform to Hollywood's expectations, he shattered them. He showed the world that a comedian could be a leading man, that a black actor could be a box office sensation, and that a kid from Brooklyn could become a Hollywood legend. However, even stars as bright as Murphy have their lows. But that, my friends, is a story for another time. What happens when the laughter fades and life delivers a punchline you didn't expect? Well, Eddie Murphy found out the hard way in the 90s. Picture it, a comedy legend suddenly finding himself in a career slump with a string of critically panned movies that seemed more like a horror show than a comedy gig. But it wasn't just his career that took a hit. Murphy's personal life was also under siege. His marriage ended in divorce, a personal blow that would sink many. Yet, like a true champion, Murphy didn't stay down for the count. Instead, he bounced back, dusted off his comedic gloves, and delivered knockout performances in films like The Nutty Professor and Shrek. These successful comebacks not only rekindled his career, but also proved his resilience. Life might have tried to knock him down, but Murphy showed us all how to stand up and fight back with a laugh. So, what makes Eddie Murphy's story so compelling? Well, let's take a moment to reflect. Eddie Murphy, the boy from Brooklyn, rose from a challenging childhood to Hollywood stardom. His journey wasn't a simple climb to the top, but a roller coaster ride of highs and lows. He faced career slumps, personal struggles, and the ever-changing landscape of comedy. Yet, he never lost his spark. He never let the world silence his laughter. Then, there's his enduring impact on comedy. His razor-sharp wit, infectious energy, and unique storytelling have inspired a new generation of comedians. And let's not forget his recent comeback, with films like Dolomite Is My Name and his triumphant return to SNL. Eddie reminded us all of his unparalleled talent. Eddie Murphy's story teaches us that even when life tries to silence our laughter, we can always find a way to smile again. Thank you for tuning in to CLD Takes. For more videos such as this and the biographies, please subscribe to the channel and click on the bell to receive notifications for new videos. Till then, see you next time.